Hey gardening fam, believe it or not, it is Cynthia from Sensational Container Gardening. I think today is May 28th, 2022. And I have not been making videos, not like I did before, make a whole lot, but anyway, because I've been so busy just trying to plant as much as I can and maintaining and dealing with the really weird weather stuff that's going on here in Zone 9B, Sacramento. But I wanted to do a quick update. Um, I did one previously, and my so-called quick update ended up being like 30 minutes long, so I deleted that because I didn't want to bore you guys. But anyway, let's just take a look and see what's going on. Right here, this is called ornamental, keyword, black tip wheat, which is really for like flower arrangements and stuff. I thought it was really cool. I got it from my gardener. It was a direct sow sometimes in January, and it's almost at maturity. So I'll be probably planting some more of that, cutting it off, letting it dry, and then using it in some flower arrangements. There is my early sun glow corn, which you can kind of say, I'm going to step back. You can see the two pots, and I apologize for this bad light. Um, the pot on the right was a direct sow with some issues going on. You see the crispiness. The pot on the left were transplants that I started inside, and I just wanted to see if there was going to be a difference. And what's really funny is the pot on the left, which was started after the direct sow, has caught up with the one on the right. I think I have some watering issues. I think that's my fault. Over here, this is my herb tower, and what I did was, of course, because these things are unstable, I took this butterfly post and I drilled a hole down the middle of it, and stuck it all the way through that stool to keep that thing from flipping over. In those pink buckets are pampas, and that's kind of like this ornamental thing that looks like a feather. They're really beautiful. If you bought them at Michael's or somewhere, and they were dried, you'd pay a lot for them. But anyway, they take like 100 days, so I started those in January. That is a perennial that came back from last year. Under that net there is some purple bok choy. Cabbage moth has been around. I really hate having my stuff under the net all the time, but you know, I'm trying to eat out here. Um, in that pot right there, those are wildflowers. In January, I sowed a lot of wildflower seeds direct in the pots. Glad that I did because they're coming up now because I really want to draw a lot of pollinators. This is really exciting. I bought this lavender last year from Very Morse online when I bought some watermelon and cantaloupe starts. It did not flower last year at all. It stayed out here and endured all kind of weather because I was mad at it. And look what we got. And it smells heavenly out here in the garden, so I'm really excited about that. That crispy cinnamon lettuce, which is going to be pulled up and thrown in the compost or used in some compost tea. I'm going to clean those out and plant some more slow bolt lettuce. Oh, okay, good. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the ladybug. The cinnamon lettuce is not a heat tolerant, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna let you go and do what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna plant some more slow bolt. If you look there in the back, I already did. Um, I planted slow bolt for the first time last October, and I've been reseeding that one that you see in the middle. This salad bowl lettuce, actually, I let it stay out here too long. It's probably super bitter, but I want to do a video. I'm going to do a video about these $1.49 bowls from the 99-cent store that are really awesome for shallow things. Successfully, I've got those giant German radishes in there, and there's some more lettuce in that one. This is from last year, you guys. This is container gardening, so I had a bunch of these. So I planted some herbs in them last year, and it was kind of a fail. Left them out here, and there's the sage, and next to it is some oregano. You have to forgive my bad camera work. Is that a loofah? I don't know. But that was something that was in one of my cups out here, because I'm always starting stuff. And it was in a cup for maybe a month or so, and I transplanted it yesterday into that grow bag, so we'll find out, won't we? So that's where the bulk of my grow bags are. So what my thoughts were when I was planning my garden for this year, it's my second year, was to plant a lot of wildflowers and then place them in between my crops to draw the pollinators. So these wildflowers, again, direct sow in January, and they're starting to blossom, which is awesome. These are all direct sow things that I started maybe, let's take a look at this. Okay, so the 22nd of April. Peppers, I'm really glad that I started all of these peppers inside in the indoor greenhouse that I bought in January, because peppers take like 1,000 years. If I had not, we wouldn't be at this point. Last year, I got 0 peppers, but I have jalapeno already. This is really interesting. This bell pepper I purchased last year. Actually, that was a stalk that I bought from a big box store. I got zilch. It stayed out here through all kinds of weather. I left it alone, and look what we got. Banana peppers, again, those were started inside from seed in January 18th, if you want to be precise. It's really windy out here, so you guys, I'm apologizing for that. Hope you can hear me. Let's see what else do we have. So I have 2 banana pepper plants there. So I believe in getting your food by any means necessary in the garden, and by that I mean direct sow, starting seedlings inside, outside, buying starts, whatever you have to do. So I love tomatoes, and once I tasted a tomato out of the garden, I was done. So this was a start that I purchased. Okay, so on the 8th of April, and it has tomatoes on it. I think that's a little Sicily. Next to that is a cherry tomato purchased the same day. Oh, so we gotta look at this weirdo space maker cucumber. Everything about that looks weird. I'm probably gonna harvest it. That plant is ready to go to glory. I'm gonna snatch it out. But when I see a plant not doing so well, what I will do is drop another seed in there of the same plant, and so not to waste time. And so here we have a healthy looking plant in there. So this is going to come out. I'm probably going to harvest this today and see what's going on with it. Potatoes. Let's see. So that was March 26th that I planted red potatoes, red potatoes that were, from inside the pantry inside. And, potatoes would be really cool if the potatoes grew like the part we don't eat, which are the leaves. So I have two, I think those are 17-gallon containers, a 7-gallon grow bag. I have some more in the house right now that I'm going to start. Really great thing about having a long growing season is that last year I think I harvested my last potatoes in December, and it's really funny because that was my largest crop. So I'm going to continue planting potatoes, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, oh well. More wildflowers in the middle of all the squash over here. Um, that is a, gotta read sign, Ford hook. Beautiful Ford hook. Um, it may be at maturity size. This patty pan, I think, is ready to be picked. Um, and if you guys hear my fountain, first of all, the pollinators love it. The bees, it is such a thrill to see a bee have like a routine where they come, and the hornets to get water. The hummingbirds are absolutely possessive over it. They own it. And most days when I'm out here, that's all I can hear is the water. And it's just amazing and really relaxing. I purchased this on Amazon last year. It's electric, so it's plugged in. You have to add the water to it, and it was one of the best investments I made. You can hear the bee behind me. I'm in its way. But definitely is a really great addition to my garden. So over there you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 10, 12 tomato plants that were all started from seed. Um, there's another persimmon tomato. I have one more in a cup somewhere that I think is going to replace that sad looking one right there. I need to clean that area up because it looks crazy. But in the front, there's some more nasturtiums that I started from seed. I have to show you the ones on the other side of the garden that are just doing really well. They started to blossom. Started those in January. Love those. And if you guys don't know, they're edible. I haven't eaten them yet. Okay, I am really happy to see you because there is an aphid problem going on. So there's some purple kale that one day when I was in a gardening haze, I just grabbed and purchased at Lowe's one day because you know how we do. Here is unbelievable. So these bush beans were started on the 18th of this month, and today is the 28th. So we had a couple of really, really hot days last week, 99, 100, and I'm always looking for the silver lining, and what happens on those hot days, it is germination time, and everything just shoots up. I also use a lot of shade cloth. So this year, for the first time, well, actually last year I tried to grow some beans and I didn't get any. Um, they didn't look anything like that, and I waited too late in the season. We'll have a conversation about knowing when to plant certain things and how long they take to go to maturity, and about that one day. And also looking for early crops. I'm growing quite a few early things this year, and I'm going to show some of them to you. But I'm really excited because I have like 5 or 6 uh, bush beans. There's some Shanghai green choy. There is, excuse the scary looking structures because I'm trying to figure out a way to do shade cloth and net because cabbage moth is always doing stuff. But that's my merit tree collard from last year. If you want to get a lot of food, um, get some tree collards. They are perennial and they will feed you and your family. You're going to need more than one. Last year I only had 2. The one merit and the purple that you see attached to the fence because they grow really tall. I got them from Project Tree Collard. They come in the mail. They're really tiny, and look at it now. I purchased 2 more this year. Another merit and another purple tree collard. Oh, the hummingbird, I hope you saw that. Came over here to see what I was doing. And then I also purchased 3 Jolly Green variety. So I'll have a total of 7. Um, what I did last year was I would combine the greens that I was growing in my kiddie pool with the tree collards so that we would have enough. There, I'm doing some sweet potato slips for the second time. Um, Shout out to Hands in the Dirt for a great video on that method. I did do these in the house a couple months ago. They grew really, really, really great. And then I brought them out here where they burnt to death. So I'm starting some more out here. And they will be acclimated to the temperature. It was really sad because they were beautiful. So this is a early squash, Gelber English or custard squash. I'm reading that. Toothache plant. I have 0 luck with ground cherries. My mom wanted to grow some peanuts. The peanuts are probably as old as me. Actually came up after a month or so. So there's a couple of the ground cherries that I planted months ago coming up. I don't know what's going on with that. If you guys know what this is, yeah, put a comment in the comment section. This ended up in my cart at Home Depot. I don't know. Okay. I know it's something edible. I don't know. So it's kind of fun. I don't know what that is. We got over here. Okay, so that's Black Beauty Zucchini. I'll be looking forward to that. This is a beautiful saffron squash. Started inside in March. We got some crookneck going on. This is one that I have been actively spraying for aphids. Matter of fact, last night it got a spray of neem oil and some Dawn soap. Yep, I see some aphids there. Because what I've been doing actually this year, because spider mites took out a whole bunch of stuff last year, I am being proactive and pretty much giving everything a spritz once a week. And in the evening, after sunset, yep, because I see some aphids there. There was actually an infestation when I started. So over here, the kiddie pools. So first last year, the kiddie pools, I grew watermelons, tried to grow cantaloupes, that didn't work. Then after that, I grew greens successfully. These are going to come out probably today. These are some vapes. I will be throwing these into either the compost or in a bucket of water for some quick compost tea. And then I'm going to rework this soil a little bit. I'm going to add some chicken manure, a little bit more soil, and I've got some good looking cantaloupes that I started that actually have been outside in some cups, but and have blossoms, and they're ready to be planted. Today's a perfect day because it's kind of overcast and cool. So Jubilee watermelon. There's Congo watermelon. Crispy, crispy, crispy. That's a cantaloupe over there. I'm going to put, one of the things about growing melons is that, the melon is not going to be growing inside the bag. So the kiddie pools, ultimately last year, everything ended up finding out on the ground or somewhere, and I had to manage the vines. So I don't know if the grow bags are the best situation or the 10-gallon grow bags, because you guys know I'm very thrifty when it comes to soil. You know, I don't want to even go into how much soil I purchased. Um, but of course, I don't throw soil away, and I amend it and rework it. And I've started a compost. Um, Peach tree is really doing great. Poor baby has been whipped up by this odd, like, wind. Matter of fact, it broke a huge tree in front of our house, which created a whole nother issue. I had to run out there with a chainsaw. Yes, I did, y'all, because I'm going to do what's necessary. Rose bush needs to be deadheaded. I'll do that. Uh, and I don't know if you can see in the tree right there. That's a bird feeder. I love to see the doves and the other birds come. They enjoy it. This is like one of the few times you'll ever see my tree collards not covered by a net. Because the cabbage moth is evil. So we're going to just walk over here and then we're going to be done because I said a few minutes. And Lordy, if I didn't get carried away. That's one of my favorite signs. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones too. Actually, all of them in particular have some type of meaning based on my mood. This is where I sit my soil, chicken manure I've been using. And I'm using Kellogg's. Last year, the soil I bought was comedy. It was sheer comedy. And the chicken manure seems to be successful. It's a 1 cubic bag for like $3-4 at Home Depot. The Kellogg's is pretty much $8.97 everywhere. So on the side here, some marigolds I overseeded, some African daisies that I started from seed in January that have started to blossom. The nasturtiums, which I love. Now I wish I had planted even more, but those were started in January inside. They weren't soaked. And what's really funny is because I've been reading, and you know, some people are like, nasturtiums are easy to grow, hard to start. I got those seeds from Little Shop of Seeds for I think 75 cents, and they germinated and they're awesome. I'm going to show you guys though these. This aloe vera, I killed it. It's about a year or so old, so we're going to see what we're going to do about that. But these little cactus plants, I got for like 99 cents. Most of them for over a year ago from the 99 cent store. Back when they were, except for that one, that came from CVS. It was really tiny. Look at these. Awesome. They've got blossoms on them. It's really kind of creepy and pretty at the same time. So it's like creepy, pretty. I hope that's in focus. The light's kind of weird, but I just transplanted them. The terracotta pots came from the 99 cent store too. And it's really rough, so I'm going to check out in a minute. So I also want to show you guys just a little bit of how I keep all my stuff organized. I have these little plastic shoe boxes that you can get at Walmart or anywhere. I do label my stuff because it just makes it real easy when you're organized. So I have my clamps, my gloves, certain garden tools, blah 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 blah. My gloves in this little, used to be, I don't know what it was a utensil thing, but I just hung here because I'm sitting here and I need my gloves. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys the view that I'm usually seeing when I'm in my garden and I'm sitting here. I can see the fountain, see everything blowing violently over here, and I'm under my umbrella. I sit here most of the time, and I will do most of my transplanting. But I hope you guys were able to endure this short video that was supposed to be short, and it ended up being like 25 minutes. But if I start doing it more frequently, then I won't have to drone on and on and on like this. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and take care.